Spaced out like astronauts, I'm on my giddy go.
Hip hop found me when I was 8 years old, and my cousin gave me cassette tapes and had De La Soul on it, Trap Called Quest, Salt and Pepper, Heavy D and the Boys. So that's when I started listening to hip hop. What up, y'all? This is MC Melodee, live from Amsterdam. Giving a big shout out to my man Theorematic, the math behind the music. Check it out.
You see, I'm here to stay. Head in the game, I play without delay. Got into the Milky Way, and it's a sunny day.
I write on my MacBook, yeah. Before, like when I started, of course, I always wrote down on paper. Then it was BlackBerry, you know, then I had to get rid of the BlackBerry, so it became iPhone, and then it became MacBook. I don't know, for me, it's just, I'm always on my MacBook or on my phone, so it's just the most convenient thing. I don't even know how to write properly anymore, you know, my handwriting is not nice anymore, I can't, it's hard to read it. So I rather type, yeah, I rather type. You know, enhance the letters and stuff so I can read it properly, and I read it right off the MacBook while I spit, you know, while I record myself. Because before I had a studio, but right now I just have like a home studio, and just press record and stop and read the lyrics and do everything, you know.
I'm laughing in a funny way about the things you say. Loving the luminous skies I pass by.
Definitely Foxy Brown, Bahamadia, MC Light, Little Kim, a little bit less, Raw Digger, you know, those were the female MCs I listened to when I started to get active and really got involved into hip hop, you know. And yeah, I mean, I've seen them perform, and especially, for instance, somebody like MC Light or Bahamadia, they still doing their thing. They're really dope MCs, you know. It's not about being a woman or like being a female in hip hop or anything, but they just dope MCs. That was 2004, actually, because in 2004, I graduated from the university, so I was finally free to do whatever the fuck I wanted. And my parents were like, no, you need to get a good job. And I was like, no, you know what? I want to follow my heart. And I've been doing this music for a long time, but I had to focus on my school. And right now, I want to focus on what makes me happy, you know, and that's making my music and performing. So yeah, in 2004, I started to save my money because I wanted to put out my own music on vinyl. And when I had enough money, we recorded the songs and we pressed it on vinyl. And the vinyl got distributed worldwide through Rush Hour Music, and it ended up in Japan, which eventually led to a record deal with a Japanese label, you know, and doing shows in Japan and all that. And that's how the ball started rolling, and that's how I started, you know, living off my music. An independent artist. I work with labels for different releases, you know. Those are like licensing deals, so they license my album for one release. I'd rather do that than sign with a label for a couple of years or whatever, you know, because labels have different artists and they have different priorities, and I don't want to be one of those artists just, you know, being stacked on a shelf or anything. I want to be free to release music when I want. So for every different release, I'm looking for a different label, and I make a deal with them. And the album I dropped last year, for instance, I released through a German record label called Jakarta Records, and they put it out on vinyl. And I'm a vinyl lover myself, so that's why I was like, okay, dope, I'm gonna sign with this indie label because they want to put it out on vinyl, and I love that, you know. That album is called My Tape Bag. In 2009, I performed in New York for the first time on Q-Tip's night and Rich Medina's night at Santos. And it was the first time for me in New York ever, like the first hour. I had to change my clothing in the plane, you know, got off the plane, jumped straight in a cab with all the suitcases, went to Santos, you know, and we just jumped right on stage, built up everything within 15 minutes and boom, rocked the show, you know, and everybody was showing love. We got a great announcement as well, so everybody was showing love. That to me was the best thing ever, to just come to the mecca of New York, of hip hop, you know, and then to get respect there, just through the music, because they don't know me, you know.
Ain't no stopping, show me some loving. It ain't a rocket science, I leave the rest of it. Bet you hear me out there, get your ears plugged in. You're wishing on the star, look around, stop bugging. Inhale, up in the night sky, come check me out, let me take you up high. Exhale, in my galactic ride, interstellar dust passing by. Inhale.